Tenno. How are you doing today? I wanted to create a video to show you the 6 best ways to consistently and easily earn platinum in Warframe, along with some bonus tips to help you become rich. I will also provide some advice on how to understand the market and capitalize on it. As you can see, I currently have slightly over 9,000 platinum. I once had over 15,000 platinum, but I keep spending it on deluxe bundles and Rivens, among other things. But what's the point of earning if you're not going to enjoy it? The tips I will provide in this video usually aren't talked about or haven't been realized yet. Anyway, let's proceed with the guide. The first method is the good old Zariman Bounties. I will provide you with builds that can complete runs in less than 2 minutes. With my Gauss build, I was able to complete the mission in under 1 minute and 30 seconds. We have Nourish Gauss and Sunder Titania. Use whichever you prefer, with Gauss being better but more expensive to build. However, you can use an Energized Munitions Gauss with Tenet Envoy for a similar but slightly lower but more consistent KPM, kills per minute. This is a much more affordable build. I will choose the Latum as my secondary weapon because of how effortlessly it can melt the angels. To make the fights much more easier, I would recommend getting the Arcanes, Eternal Onslaught, and Eternal Eradicate. For the Operator, these are the best Arcanes for the Operator at the moment, and they have great synergy with each other. Both will activate by pressing a single button, and you can acquire them from Cavallaro. First, check the currently available tiers. We are looking for Tier 4 and Tier 5 Exterminate Bounties. The best bounty is the Tier 5 with the Defeat an Angel objective. However, try to look for objectives that are easier to achieve. Now, I will show you the runs with the 3 builds I have mentioned. After you finish your run, exchange the plumes for standing. Once you have enough, speak to Cavallaro and buy the arcanes. Now here's where things get interesting. Which arcane should you buy? Which sells well and is in more demand? That's what I want to discuss. We have to understand the market, so let's head over to the Warframe market. Remember, if you're in-game, set your activity to online in-game. If you're online, but not currently playing, set it to online. And if you're away, set it to offline. Why? It's pretty obvious. You don't want people to contact you in-game while you're not playing the game. Now let's look for the arcane we want and then check the prices. How are they selling? If you want my recommendation, just get Molt Augmented. It is in more demand for builds and sells well. I wouldn't get Vigor, since it is not that popular for builds, though some still use it. But it has less demand in comparison and will take longer to sell. Molt Efficiency is good, in demand, and needed for duration builds. Now the second method, get your Syndicate to max rank, preferably these three. Why these three? Because they have Warframe augments that most people want, and these three are much easier to maintain. You will accumulate more Syndicate points in total, giving you more augments to sell. Now I'll teach you the trick on how to consistently sell these augment mods. I will show you some of the augments that are in demand. Here's a trick that I like to use. Instead of selling unranked augment mods, sell them at max rank. Why? Again, it's obvious. I would much rather buy the max rank than unranked, and you can sell it for a bit higher. Usually, unranked augments sell for 15 platinum, sometimes 10, but max ranked ones sell for 20, and getting them to max rank requires minimal resources. Sell 5 of these a day, so that's 100 platinum a day, just via Syndicate alone, which is at this point a passive income. I will share another helpful tip that many people don't commonly use, but it's quite effective. Place an emoji at the beginning and at the end of what you're advertising in the trade chat. Why? Because it helps your advertisement stand out among the rest. It's a neat trick that I use regularly. Introducing the third method, fresh from the Whisper of the Wall update. This approach is very similar to the Zariman Bounty method. We'll tackle bounty missions accessible from Fibonacci, preferably the T4 and T5 exterminate missions. Upon completing these bounties, or utilizing other methods, such as trading Voca items for standings, you'll acquire the standing needed to purchase the arcanes. You can use the Gauss or Titania build from the previous tip. Now, head over to Bird 3. Here, the newly added melee arcanes await. These are highly sought after and can yield a decent amount of platinum. Always stay updated by checking the Warframe market before making your arcane purchases, so you can better decide which arcane you want to sell. Moving on to the fourth method, visit Lloyd and utilize the Arcane Dissolution feature to acquire random arcanes. Presently available are the Duviri, Eidolon, Holdfast, Necrolisk, Ostron, Solaris, and Steel arcanes. These items have the potential to earn you a decent amount of platinum. However, do keep in mind that the arcanes are randomized. However, in my experience, Eidolon arcanes often command respectable prices. Always keep an eye on the Warframe market when dealing with arcanes. Identify which arcanes are in demand or selling well, and aim to acquire those for optimal returns. Now, the fifth method. This will be a mix of several other methods. First, we have Duviri arcanes, like Arcane Reaper. This thing sells pretty well. I sold 5 of them for 100 platinum because of how limited and rare they are. Remember, Tenno, if you have any questions about arcanes or how to acquire certain items, please check the Warframe wiki. I cannot stress this enough. Checking the wiki for information might initially seem tedious, but with practice, it becomes second nature. Second, we have arcanes from everyone's favorite mission, the Mirror Defense. Yeah, the one and only. You can obtain arcanes like Steadfast from Mirror Defense, which can go for a whopping 350 to 400 platinum when maxed. Yes, why? Because everyone absolutely hates doing it, me included. But those who manage to do it become rich. Make sure you do the Steel Path variant for more crystals. Also make sure you do this in public mode, and try using the Gauss or Titania build I've shown. Titania is best for this, since not only can she nuke, but it's easier to collect the crystals with her. Use crew members to help you out. Third, get good at Profit Taker. Why? Because you'll earn more arcanes, especially operator arcanes like Magus Lockdown or Magus Anomaly. Magus Lockdown is in such high demand that it will always be in demand. It's such a good arcane. And I have seen a lot of Profile Taker runs done within 2-3 minutes. The upcoming method involves diving into the Conjunction Survival mission on Lure. Make sure you do this on Steel Path as well. Why choose this? For more arcanes. The arcanes provided by Arcane and Yonta are still in demand and have limited availability. The last strategy revolves around farming Warframe sets during a prime resurgence, but resisting the urge to sell right away. Wait until the next resurgence when their scarcity escalates their value. Aim to sell these prime sets approximately 2 to 3 weeks after the new resurgence starts. Prioritize gathering Warframe sets over weapons, since primed Warframes usually have greater demand compared to primed weapons. However, it's crucial to note that certain elite weapons like the Glaive Prime, Cronin Prime, Nikana Prime, and others of similar strength will consistently be in high demand. Therefore, I highly recommend farming these weapons as well. If you genuinely aim to accumulate the largest amount of platinum, if your goal is to become extremely wealthy, you must gain a comprehensive understanding of the Riven market. It's a complex topic that requires its own dedicated video. And no, it doesn't hinge on luck to successfully sell Rivens at a good price. That's a misconception. Success in selling Rivens at a good price doesn't rely on luck, but rather on your comprehension of the Riven, knowledge of the associated weapon, and advertising skills. Although I haven't yet obtained these so-called God rolls, and I've earned thousands of platinum through Riven sales alone, to the extent that I now primarily deal in Rivens. Ultimately, it comes down to truly understanding Rivens and the effective methods for selling them. For instance, you can purchase a quality Riven for 100 platinum and sell it for 500 platinum or more, yielding a 400 platinum profit on a 100 platinum investment. However, there's a need to assess the potential return on your investment. If you're interested in a Riven-related guide, please let me know in the comments. I would like to conclude the video by sharing a few words with you, Tenno. The methods I've presented require time and patience. You won't reach max rank with the syndicates in a day or even a week. It's a gradual process, so there's no need to rush. I encourage you not to rush and exhaust yourself. Take it at your own pace and savor the journey, including the challenges. Remember, games are meant to be enjoyable and fun, so try not to stress too much about the grind. Just like in real life, great achievements take time. I didn't accumulate this amount of platinum overnight. It took a considerable amount of time for me to learn and put that knowledge into practice. And now, I can share it with you. Take it one step at a time, Tenno, and you'll get there. Anyway, that's all I have for today. Take care of yourself, Tenno, and I'll see you next time.